Remember, this video that you're about to do, if it feels good in your body, remember it's part of a whole series on my app. Go into the description box, click the link, download the app for free, and what you're going to be able to do is get a whole series belonging to this category. So don't delay, click the link, download the app for free, have a little mooch about, see if it's the right fit for you. It'll be amazing to see you on the other side. So we're going to be looking at balance, and one of the things that I mentioned in the first couple of videos was that we need to improve the brain's inputs. So actually, instead of us going straight into balancing on one leg, we're going to be looking at eyes. So I want you guys to begin with choosing your stance. The more you do this video, the more you'll want to challenge yourself. You can start off with hip distance. Maybe as you get more confident, you can go into a narrow stance. This is already going to be quite a high balance challenge for a lot of you guys. We're going to begin with an eye drill that is called circles. And it's super simple. You're going to take one thumb out to the side, but notice my nose is facing forwards, but my eyes are tracking the thumb as it does half a circle. Then I'm going to catch the top of the circle as I finish bringing the circle down. And I'm going to do 3 in one direction, and then with all of us, we're going to go 3 in the other direction to challenge the inputs of the brain, improving that visual input to help lower threat. That's the theme of this entire program, threat lowering. So get your first target ready. Keep your head still. You might want to put your finger on your chin to make sure that you don't cheat and start turning the head. Your eyes are creating a big circle. Once you've gone all the way to the top of your circle, we finish the circle. And you might have to make your circle a bit smaller, because if your circle is very big, maybe you see 2 thumbs. We don't want that. We just want to keep one target. Or maybe it's a strain, right? And you start feeling uneasy in your body if your circle's too big. I promise that the more you do these, the more your brain's going to be like, oh, this is so easy, like make it harder. And that's when you can start to increase the range. Next, we're going to reverse the circles the other way. You're nice and tall in your spine. You're relaxed. You know that the more you do these, the easier it's going to get, and you can take the range of motion further. Just like you have muscles in your back and your biceps and your quadriceps, you also have muscles that control the movement of the eye. And in this modern day life, we never move these muscles. They get very weak and very tight. So these little eye exercises are so good, but they also have a strong relationship to balance. So you might actually find balance is better after you do a few of these eye circles. Next, we're going to actually start looking at our balance. And we're going to start really simple, just alternating hip up and down. We did these before, but we were holding on. Maybe now you're starting to get a bit brave. You can do them in the middle of the room. And then we're going to do the height of the leg, potentially coming up more than before, remaining in pain-free motion. And then we're going to hold one of the legs. So let's stand on the right, lift up the left leg, and just pause for a moment. Noticing how easy or challenging that is for you, and then regressing. Maybe just the toes touching the ground. So as a regression, as a progression, maybe we can take the eyes up. Notice how that's different. Let's change over to the other side. So you're standing on one leg powerfully, and you want to feel as if you're really tall, like the tallest you could ever be. And I want you to imagine all the little discs in between your spine are like little sponges. And as you grow tall, you're stretching out those little sponges. Maybe you regress depending on how you feel. Maybe you progress, eyes up, but you maintain that calm breath. You're reminding your brain through the breath, this is easy, I've got this. This is not challenging. Okay, and just to remind you, in modern life, in everyday existence, sometimes you're going to be on one leg and you need to change where your eyes are looking. You can't always be in perfect form. So we're giving your brain a map of these unusual circumstances. After you've done your alternating legs, hip up and down, we're going to start to move it. So I want you to lift your right leg up again, and I want you to extend it back behind you. Good. Lift it back up and place it down. Knee up, extend, knee up and down. Now, as you extend the leg back, I want you to feel that your glutes working really hard because you've got an ankle weight strapped to your foot and it's very heavy. And actually, as you try and lift up against that weight, this is what's pushing you forward into the letter T. And then you've got to control that heavy mass, bringing the knee back up towards your chest as you step the foot down. That big heavy ankle is now pulling you down on the left leg as the knee comes up, pushing it back. It's intense, right? So you've got to lift up against it. Good, and you're moving through sticky mud, so there's resistance to the movements. Knee up and down. Let's repeat it now, right and left, before we up the ante. Final one on the other side. Beautiful. Now, I kept your hands, hopefully you did this with me, hands were on your hips. Don't worry if they weren't. They're going to have a bit more meaning now on the second round for both of these exercises. Because what a lot of people do, let me tell you, this is so common, as people balance on one leg and they lift the other one up, they collapse like this. Not a good look. Why? Because this is quite unstable. Okay, this is kind of an unstable body position. So we want to train the body to move in and out of this position so it has a map of being in both positions. It knows how to pull out of an unstable position. It knows how to control the full range available. So what we're going to do is stand on our left, lift up our right leg. Hands are on your hips and they're acting as a spirit level. As you stand firm on this left leg, the knee does not bend, but the right hip goes down and up for 1, 2, 3, 4, and this is your last one, 5, and I know that you're like, ooh, did you feel the little booty burn on this leg? Yeah, that's what we're going for. We want to feel the stability building into our supporting leg. Let's change to the other side. You've got your spirit level with your hands. You're lifting up the knee to pain-free range. Now we're going to start those pelvic dips. 1, and bring it up. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Excellent job. Well done. It's stand on that left leg. Give yourself a little shimmy, a little shake. If you're feeling good, we're going to up the ante now and take the same motion in the ocean to the warrior 3. Remember that T? Now, this is where having something to hold on to, again, can be so useful. So if you need to have something there to give you that bit of confidence, please don't be afraid to go for it. Right leg comes up. Right leg extends back. You've got your spirit level on that one side, maintaining your pelvic position as you extend against the weight of that imaginary ankle, that heavy foot. Now here, I want you to collapse the hip towards the standing knee and then open it towards the right side. So it's like you're closing a book and then opening a book. So you're starting to feel that the supporting leg is the glute that's controlling this huge motion. This is rep 5, and I'm actually going to get you to do a full 10, so you've got 5 more. You've got smooth breaths as you move, a long spine. You're doing so well. 3 more, you've got this. Beautiful. Remember, a progression of that would just be to do it without holding on to anything. Let's change around to the other side. Elevate up through the left, extend it back. You've got that heavy ankle weight pulling you down to the ground. The hip on the left closes towards the right knee and then opens out like the page of a book. We've got a full 10. Let's go. Number 8. Last 2. Excellent. And then rising up. Remember, if you felt like 10 reps was too much, you can absolutely shorten it. And if it's any consolation, I really felt it as well. Little bum burn, right? Go back into your shimmy. Okay. Another important real life scenario is you are not always going to do exercises in perfect straight lines, lunging in neutral. That's not real life. Real life is being in weird positions, going out of the center, being in diagonals, having one leg bent, the other leg straight. Maybe your feet aren't even straight. Maybe they're turned out or turned in. So again, as always, we want to map everything. This reduces your brain's threat because it has a reference point. And so we're going to experience balance traveling between the points of a compass. So let's just establish what those points are first. Left leg is your center. It's the fulcrum. I think that's the right word, fulcrum. And then the right leg is going to go forwards and back, 45 to the front, straight out to the side, 45 to the back, and then straight out behind you. Let's do the same thing with left, forwards, 45 front, straight to the side, 45 behind you, and straight back. Every time you do this video, I want you to challenge yourself to move your feet in new ways. For time's sake, I'm just going to get you to point your feet forwards, but don't limit yourselves, okay? Be like Picasso. Learn the rules and then break them. So let's begin with lunging forward on the right leg. Control with your balance to come back up. 45, side. Control it to come back up. Straight out. And 45 back. Straight back behind you. Arms can do whatever you want. Left leg forwards. 45 front. Straight to the side. Back. Excellent. Straight back behind you. Awesome. Let's make it a little bit more interesting now. Let's take it forwards. And then I want you to like hover as you come up. Good. 45. Hover. So you can control this big heavy leg as you bring it in. To the side. Control it as you bring it in. Last one. Last two. And then straight back behind you. Leg hovers. Forward on the left. This is your final set of little lunges. Maybe you're doing this video again and your foot's in a funny position. Teaching your brain it can handle everything. I wasn't very good on the hover with that one. Let me redo it. Hover to control. Last one. Hover to control. Thanks for doing this balance video. Leave me a comment. I'd love to hear from you.